Revival House Network.
And don't like the brags, I don't like the boast. They like hot butter on the breakfast toast. Watching flicks, talking chicks, I like to motorboat. Can Riverman make it, yo, a check? Nope. So look at all these movies I got. Commenting like, should we watch them or not? And I know they just be acting for cash, but I still got one question to ask. Like, why'd he do that, do that, do that? If that was me, I'd be like, screw that, screw that, screw that. I'm an alpha, I'd eat through that, through that, through that. So why'd he do that, do that, do that?
What's up, everybody? Revival House Network, BTM commentary.
It's your boy Kid Kelvin here with the fucking bourgeois boy in your house. Boy.
Hey, before we get too far into the intro, I just want to remind everybody, as I want to keep trying to do, if you're on YouTube, make sure you stop a second to like the video and obviously subscribe if you haven't already. And likewise, leave us some feedback if you're on podcast free feeds. But before,
dislike that fucking video. Give it a big thumbs down.
It honestly works the same, man. If you fucking hate the sound of our voices right now, a thumbs down, it still counts as interaction. So, you know, it's kind of a win.
Love thumbs down with F devotion.
All right. So This is week number 2 of our Patreon pick month or choice month or whatever we're deeming it. But Zach, go ahead and detail what we're doing.
The Patreons have seen it fit for us to watch fucking H.P. Lovecraft's Dagon, baby, Dagon.
I've never seen this. I didn't have time to watch it. I don't know if Zach, did you just recently acquire a copy of it? I think it was kind of hard to track down, right?
Fucking Aaron is such a beta, master beta, fucking showing up to work, not prepared again.
Hey, I watched Willy's Wonderland. That was last week's pick. I was able to get that one. I have an excuse of why I didn't get to watch it. I plan on watching it today.
Your
but
retardation?
I mean, I have an additional excuse, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, hell yeah. There's so many logos at the beginning of this.
Just like Willy's Wonderland.
We're seeing Film Max International.
So I was going to watch it today, but I had gone out. I went to the dentist, and I'd gotten a fucking fluoride treatment. I'm still tasting it. This was like 6.5 hours ago. But I don't know why. It's been rainy here in Arizona the last couple of days, and it's just brought me down, and I was super sleepy. And as soon as I got home after being out a couple hours, I fucking crashed. I fell asleep. I slept for like 4 hours. So that was it. That was all my time to watch the movie, and I fucking slept. But I feel great, though. But I feel groggy. You might be able to hear my voice. I just woke up, actually.
Yeah, fucking beta groggy is going on up in your voice. A very low T going on. See, look, is this the fucking title screen? Fantastic Factory. I don't remember putting this movie in. No, that was a logo, I guess. That's how that works.
Dude,
Dagon.
I took a swig of this shit and it was nasty. I mixed it's like a strawberry banana smoothie with some iced coffee drink. I thought, what could go wrong?
Oh yeah,
it's fucking gross, man.
Sounds bad.
It is nasty. I thought it would blend well.
It doesn't. Just like me and you, we don't blend well. Macarena Gomez, hell yeah. Hey Macarena, fucking very Chad Macarena. She's a Stacy if I ever seen one.
Were you too young to do that in elementary school when that craze hit?
We probably did it, actually.
Because I think that hit. What year was that? Did that hit? I remember doing it in elementary school. I want to say, just based off where I was,
the year
I had to
of
have
our
been
Lord 1996 or something like that.
No, because I was living in Kentucky in '96 and it had already passed. I want to say I was in 3rd grade. I'm gonna double check when the Macarena hit.
Oh, dude, is this the beginning of The Mask with Jim Carrey? Are they going to find that fucking treasure chest with that fucking mask in there? Hell yeah. You know, fun fact, they deleted a scene before that in The Mask where fucking the Vikings showed up and they like dropped the chest under the water. Very Chad. The Vikings are responsible for that shit.
Yo, man, the Macarena hit in 93, so I was in the second grade. I think you're probably too young to have done it in school. I mean, unless the fad lingered a couple of years, long enough for you to do it when you entered school, but...
That sickness did not go the fuck away for a while. Exactly.
Yeah, but I remember when it blew up, man. We all had to do it in my music class for some reason. We had to do the fucking dance. Really stupid.
This movie came out in the early 90s also. They probably hired her because her fucking name was Macarena. This is probably like who that song was about, actually, because we never did fucking meet the young Macarena.
So, tell me, you watched this movie prior, Zach, to recording. What are we in for? Just kind of without spoiling anything, is it any good? Did you enjoy your time with it? Was it slow? Was it good paced? What was it? Because I never seen it.
It works, baby. It's fucking. I was in the middle with it. Fucking, I didn't hate it, didn't love it. You know what? I think the synopsis really blew it because they fucking tell you, like, basically what we should know about the movie is that a guy and a girl. It's kind of like a B movie rendition of The Wicker Man. They're fucking heading to, an island, the townsfolk are fucking weird and shit. Directed by Stuart Gordon, we seeing right there, baby.
And where you got Stuart Gordon, you got Brian Usna.
Look at that, Stacy. That's Macarena right there. That's our fucking Stacy.
Oh.
Look at them tits.
There's some titties.
Squeeze the titties. But yeah, fucking she shows up. You're going scuba diving, right? Macarena shows up. She's got a fish tail and shit. Don't you just slide that fucking fish tail around and fucking fuck. She got crazy teeth too. I was gonna say you just slide that fish tail open and fuck the gills off her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, is that Chris Evans? Low rent Chris Evans?
This guy looks like a cross between fucking Lee Winnell from the Saw movies, Saw movie, and Jeffrey Combs, baby. Fucking, I'm pretty sure like their mom was basically just hanging out with both those guys. They fucking jacked off into a Dixie cup, and they just fucking poured their stew up in there with one of those like little funnels you use to get the gas in like a little hole, and it was dank.
Okay, Ezra Godden is the guy's name. What else has he been in?
He's a great Greek god.
He's a great fuck.
He is. But look at this chick, fucking our boy and the Stacy here, fucking Stacying it up over here. We're gonna see her titties later in the movie too. Very Chad.
Well, that's good. Zach, what you been doing today? As of this recording, it's Saturday in the evening. What have you done with your Friday night and your Saturday day? What you been doing?
Fucking not a lot, baby. Did I tell you I started playing The Messenger?
No, it's good.
It's donk. It's donk. I'm enjoying it more than the other one, the Cyber Ninja.
Oh, is Cyber Ninja newer or is that older? Is that the one? I'm getting all these ninja games that are coming out. It's fucking all mixed up because there's a couple that are out now. What's the one that just came out?
Cyber Ninja.
Cyber Ninja's the one that was published by Yacht Club?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I didn't want to jump into that because I never beat The Messenger. And it's like, because it gets a little difficult in the later stages, but I'm pretty far. I just need to beat it. No, it's good though.
Our boy Ezra Godden was in a Band of Brothers. Oh, yeah. Very Chad.
That reminds me of 8th grade, 7th grade.
Is that when that movie came out?
It's an HBO miniseries.
Oh, yeah.
Produced by Tom Hanks. Had a lot of people in it.
Tom Yanks.
And it had a lot of people that I don't think were super established yet that went on. Like I think, what's this? Vin Diesel was a little part in it. I think, I don't know, maybe somebody like Giovanni Ribisi. I don't know. It had tons of people in it.
See, doesn't he look like Lee Winnell? Don't you just want to fuck that Chad jawline right there?
Yeah, I guess he looks like Lee Winnell.
I just want to rub my cock down the jaw.
This chick kind of looks like, you remember that actress who was getting a decent bit of work in the late 90s in the early 2000s, and she just kind of dropped off. Jennifer Esposito or whatever her name was. She kind of reminds me of her.
I don't know. What was she in?
Off the top of my head, she was in Summer of Sam with John Leguizamo. You remember that? That Spike Lee
John
joint.
Leguizamo. That's my boy.
I want to say she was in one of those like Dimension type shitty movies. I don't remember which one. You know, where we had like, not Urban Legend. I want to say she was in one of the fucking Urban Legends, if not the main one. She's a face, you know.
Oh, more boobies. More boobies. Fucking hell yeah. So, she just threw his fucking shit. He can't go to Pornhub no more. They had all of his dang shit, all of his fucking mommy, daddy, fucking porns, and like, oh shit. What a hell.
Is this 6 Days, 7 Nights with Anne Heche and Harrison Ford?
Hopefully. Very Chad. But yeah, they're hanging out with this other couple on a yacht. And yeah, like I was saying, this is kind of like Wicker Man. They show up at, a village, and all the people there are fucking weird and very, very odd. And like, yeah, that's where the plot synopsis, which I read before watching it because it was on my my player, it really dropped the ball because they shouldn't have like gave away what the fucking, the village people are up to. Like
The village people.
That's something, yeah, it's something you shouldn't have found out until way later in the movie, and it should have been a surprise. They blew it.
But isn't that been done though in itself? The big reveal of them being, the people being weird and the inhabitants being weird? Wouldn't that just also be a retread? Would you have seen it coming?
No.
Having seen all these? Oh, okay.
Fucking, yeah, well, if you know who Dagon is, I guess you might fucking be able to put it together. Like, yeah, basically, spoiler alert, it's not one because it's in the fucking plot synopsis. They all worship Dagon, this water god, baby. And we see him later, and I'll just save that for a surprise. It's a nice little surprise when we see Dagon. We see who he really is, baby. And he's very Chad.
Alanis Morissette.
He is. Alanis Morissette, exactly. Fucking shows up, biggity bam. Fucking, Jay tries to have sex with her, tells her that he got a chubby when she kissed him and stuff. It's very Chad. Very Chad.
Very cool.
Dagon. Go ahead. What?
I'm saying I'm feeling down this weekend, man. It's just glum. I can't get over it. I slept and I already feel depressed because it's Saturday early evening, and I'm like, the way your job is structured, maybe you don't really have traditional weekends, but you know the feeling where you almost kind of even aren't happy on a Saturday because you know tomorrow's just going to be Sunday, and then tomorrow you're going to be able to say, well, then I got to work tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like you're already kind of sad the weekend's going to be over before it begins.
I have come, basically, I found the cheat code to life, and basically to do, this is a great fucking shot. You're going to see early CGI here, or I don't know, maybe it's like, I don't know if it's early CGI, maybe
2001, so.
Yeah, not a Space Odyssey, but fucking,
Not fully realized CGI. Early CGI is like 95, but.
Exactly. Yeah, I found the cheat code of life. Basically, I made my my big cheat day for my diet a Monday. So, like, I kind of look forward to Mondays now. It's pretty dog. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. That's a pretty good way of looking at it.
Very Chad.
Yeah, I try to find little things throughout the week to spice it up and, yeah, make the work week a little bit more exciting.
You ever go up to the lady and just be like, hey, tonight I'm going to fuck you in your armpit. We're going to spice it up a bit. Want to know what that armpit feel like?
Can't say I have.
Why? That's what life's all about.
I did go buy a couple of Walmarts on my hunt for my white whale, the Super Shredder, black, that variant, and yeah, still not here. It's just not in Arizona yet. I'm convinced.
Does Arizona just suck the dick of the country? Is that?
It's not just Arizona, but it's this part of the country. So, but hey. Yeah. We all got, or I guess we're all getting our Yang bucks. I guess if you qualify.
The Yang gang, exactly. We're doing it.
But it's always frustrating too. Like they don't give you enough details. There should not be anybody asking questions after they announce like something got approved like this, but there always is. So in my case, it's like, okay, are they going off 2019 taxes if you haven't filed your 2020 yet, or does it speed it up if you do your 2020? You know, and you can't. All you can do is Google this shit, and then there's other websites that are speculating. We can only assume, like, why doesn't old man Biden just flat out fucking say, hey, this is what we're going to do. If you've done this, we'll go off this. Or if you've done this, you know, it's not, there's always like questions. Because I haven't done my taxes yet. I got to pay. So I'm going to actually wait till the day I close in the house, which is the 11th hour to file my taxes, because I'm trying to hold on to all my funds until then.
Very beta. I'm getting my stimmy fucking Wednesday. There's a website you can go to and fucking to find out.
Yeah, but I thought that wasn't going to be available to check your status till Monday. You're saying it's already live?
I guess. That's what it said.
The tool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you do direct? So it'll tell you the status even if it's direct deposit? I'm assuming you're direct deposit?
Yo.
Okay.
Hey, she got cum on her cheeks. He fucking busted a nut on there. Just like Ugg. Remember Ugg used to always have that big nut on his face?
The nose goop. Yeah, he'd have the goop and shit.
Exactly. That's how you know he gets down, and he lets you nut right on the bridge of his nose.
Remember when Bobby Budnick was digging that hole? Like he was looking for the treasure of Sierra Madre, and
look at
the
that,
sprinklers.
Look at that. Oh, the glory. Amazing.
He tapped the water main, and he was it started filling up, and he couldn't get out of the big muddy hole. And then Ugg was at the top of it, and he was saying, like, basically, soon that water will fill up, and then Bobby Budnick, you will be mine. You think he fucked him when he got up there? Because it always seemed kind of rapey.
Oh yeah. Yeah, our boy Plimke, he posted a picture of our boy SpongeBob fucking with the white stuff. Yeah, I always wondered what the fuck is that white stuff. And yeah, they talk about it on that episode. He trips over, gets his nose stuck in some ice cream cone, and then everybody thinks he's a bodyguard because he's got the white stuff on his nose. Very Chad.
You mean a bodyguard? You mean a lifeguard?
Lifeguard.
Yeah, okay.
Lifeguard.
Not Kevin Costner.
Yeah, not that movie.
Which is not a very good movie, by the way. It's just kind of...
This is great, though. Fucking up. So basically, they got hurt. So they got to jump in the life raft, get to the island, and ask for help. Wouldn't they have just gotten the chick that got hurt? Wouldn't she be one of the two in the boat? Because, I mean, she's got to get help right away. But it's just like, no, to be more convenient, we want the girlfriend and the guy on the boat. They're going to go on this crazy adventure. Crazy adventure. But like, yeah, there's a bed right above you. Why don't you jump in the bed instead of just letting her bleed out into the fucking water? How do you know there's not fucking sharks in there? Sharks are attracted to water. Very unchad of this guy, just letting his hoe fucking bleed out into the water like that.
Mm-hmm. Even worse if she's on her period.
Exactly. That's the best. That's when you fucking get down in that period blood while you're fucking. Very Chad. Feel like fucking. You feel like Stone Cold Steve Austin on that fucking match where it was like First Blood or whatever. He's covered in blood, smiling. Fucking with that amazing goatee he's got. Amazing. I always wanted to fuck a chick and shave her pubic hair into the goatee that fucking Stone Cold has, so I'd feel like I'm kissing him.
Okay.
Very Chad. Stone Cold Steve Austin is my hero. He's one of them.
Have you ever actually watched any of his like Redbox straight to DVD action movies he puts out, or he did put out? I don't know if he's put out any in a few years.
Hell no. The only time I ever like saw a Stone Cold Steve Austin movie, I saw the trailer, I was like, that looks donk. It was the first one, I think, where he's on the island and it's like Survivor, and it's like we just let these people all try to kill each other, and who wins? It's like the winner, or who survives is the winner. Very Chad. Never watched it though.
Wasn't he in? Didn't he have a movie called The Condemned? Maybe. I don't know. He's got a lot of like generic movies. He was in The Expendables, right? He was Eric Roberts' main henchman in The Expendables.
He was in The Longest Yard. Very Chad.
Oh yeah, that was probably first actually. Then that was before The Expendables. I think he broke Stallone's neck or something in a non-paralyzing way, but because he did basically, I think he might have actually done a fucking stunner in the movie just as like a nod to his fandom, you know, like when they were fighting. I don't know.
What was the first TV show he like broke out in while he was still wrestling? It was like a TV show on USA or something. And I remember like it showed up behind the scenes on one of the wrestling things. He's like, hey, yeah, I've been, I beat the shit out of these guys, give him a Stone Cold Stunner. It was very Chad. I was just like, I gotta watch that show. It's got my boy in it.
So it was post him already developing the Texas Rattlesnake character, not before when he had the hair and he wasn't that character.
Oh, yeah, nobody gave a shit about him before that. Before he was fucking a baldy.
So you mean like he had a guest spot on a TV show where he played like a wrestler and was part of a story, kind of like how they used to do with like Baywatch when Macho Man and Hulk Hogan were on an episode and they played fictional wrestlers. And I remember,
I'm pretty sure he was the star of the show.
Oh, like he was the actual star?
Think so. Could be wrong.
I remember watching. Well, it was fucking the Super Mario Brothers cartoon was my first introduction to Captain Lou. What, Albano, right?
Oh,
Buddha Mario, if that's his name, right? But he was actually on an episode of Hey Dude, right? They brought a local wrestling match to the Dude Ranch or whatever, and it was like Captain Lou and
very Chad.
But yeah, it's always interesting seeing all these washed up old wrestlers appear on shit. It's kind of like that movie Peanut Butter Falcon where they had Jake the Snake Roberts in there, man, and they also had Mick Foley as like the announcer.
Very fucking amazing. Oh, our boy Plemke, he's saying bush hair that hangs down real low, Zach. A bush beard. What about a bush stash? All fucking Stacy Staples.
Hey, our boy Plumkey in the chat, he's saying Kevin Nash was in that lame Thomas Jane Punisher film as a Russian thug. Oh, my bad, wrong wrestler. No, he was in it. Kevin Nash, Diesel, he was one of those thugs.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that. And Kevin Nash also played Super Shredder, right? Which is the toy that I'm constantly on the hunt for the last couple of weeks. So, comes
fun
full
fact.
circle.
That shirt he's wearing is like for a university, which is a staple in H.P. Lovecraft writing, and was the university in the Reanimator that he was fucking teaching at and shit. Very Chad. It's a universe going on here. So basically, yeah, him and his girlfriend, they came to the the island. They're like, oh fuck yeah, our friends need help. There's very little people around. But they found a priest. They're translating back and forth, and yeah, they're gonna go help them out on the boat. And hell yeah! But you know what I just noticed? He's a mixture of Lee Winnell and what else did I say?
Artie, the strongest man in the world, or the fucker from Weezer, Rivers Cuomo.
Oh, Rivers Cuomo, fucking! I want to fucking nut all over Rivers Cuomo. I want to fucking. I'm saying Cuomo, like the fucking what's his name? The fucking.
Yeah, the New York guy. The guy that's like that guy that killed all the old people in the folks home, old folks home.
As you do. As you do.
I mean, that's so funny. No, it's not funny. It's terrible, but
oh, it is funny. It is.
I think it's funny just because that guy was talking so much shit, right? And then I don't know, he's no better.
I just realized though, he's also like fucking Lee Winnell, Jeffrey Combs, and he's got some Johnny Knoxville in him. Bootleg Johnny Knoxville over here.
So I have a question. I don't know how much liberty they took with developing.
Hey, he's got the stigmata. He's got the stigmata.
Yeah, I don't know how much liberty they took with developing a unique story around the Dagon character, but this is based off a story by why can't I fucking H.P. Lovecraft. So is it possible that if this story's fairly faithful, like a modern retelling of the story that already existed by H.P. Lovecraft, is it possible that story predates Wicker Man? If they're that similar? You know what I mean? Like, is it possible that Wicker Man was influenced by something like this? I've never read the original H.P. Lovecraft, and I haven't seen this movie.
Look at that. Did you see that? That priest has webbed fingers. Is this what fucking Kevin Costner was looking for? Is this his fucking Fish Man Island he's fucking still out there searching for? As we see at the end of Waterworld, this might be what he's looking for, baby. We might see it. Basically, Waterworld and this movie are in the same universe is what I'm saying.
I can imagine. Hey, we're also getting word. Kevin Nash was also in the show Swamp Thing. He was also one of the movers at the beginning of Grandma's Boy, right? Yeah, she'll massage her cock for money. Yeah, I think there's a word for that. Hooker.
I would like to get up in Kevin Nash's Swamp Thing, if you know what I mean. You think he shaves? Think he shaves the pubes?
You'd have to like crawl up his fucking leg like a totem pole. He's a big dude.
Is there anybody more sexy than mid-90s Kevin Nash? I don't think that's a question.
Why did you give Riverman the Kevin Nash face swap?
Because it was perfect. He's the fucking biggest Chad of the group, and like he's fucking Kevin Nash.
But it's funny though, because Kevin Nash has the most flowing, longest, gorgeous, beautiful locks out of all of them, and Riverman's the fucking baldest.
Oh, I'm balder than Riverman. I'm totally balder than Riverman.
Riverman's. You guys have the same do, man. You guys both shave it.
Oh yeah,
because for a reason.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we got the fish people living on the island. She's getting ready to fucking be scared by this guy's fish abnormalities, and it's very Chad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she speaks Spanish or whatever these stupid fucking non-English languages are that no one cares about.
So, is there a reason I don't have subtitles?
Yeah, this movie didn't come with them. Fucking very un-Chad.
It's like the first time I watched the what's it called? Suspiria remake.
Oh yeah.
We found a copy, my buddy Randall and I, that had no subtitles, and which is unfortunate because that movie contains like 3 or 4 different languages throughout. So
and you thought, oh, we're just not supposed to know what they're saying. Very fucking low T. Very fucking low T on your part.
It was still very effective, but you have multiple languages going on in that movie, and we just kind of had to put 2 and 3 together sometimes.
Did you watch the new South Park vaccination special?
Hey, I have a question. Is this whole movie? How much of this movie is in Spanish?
Like little parts like that.
Just little parts, yeah. So I mean, yeah, but it's not enough for you to like lose the plot, right? There's small enough parts.
We're not supposed to know what they're talking about, baby. See,
it's one of those things.
There's a newer movie called The Shrine that kind of ripped this movie off. It seemed like, if I'm thinking of the right movie, and yeah, fucking yeah. So I remember watching this. I was like, this is kind of like a movie that came out recently, and people were praising it, and like, yeah, fucking this movie kind of did it first. You know what? The island they're on too. It reminds me of the island in the movie Island of Death. That has all the dank ass fucking, sexual misconduct kind of taboos in it that me and Riverman did on fucking Hobo the podcast.
Oh, hey,
very Chad.
Speaking of Riverman, I think it's been done since the last time we recorded, so it's relevant. But I want to talk about it. I should have brought it up actually when we did our live stream last, because I had Riverman on there and you, but. What the fuck happened with Exploited Cinema, man? What was going on with that big surprise show?
Hell yes, fucking we did an Exploited Cinema, and fucking our boy Bat 32, he's like, oh, I got special guests. He didn't tell me who the special guests were.
He pulled a Parent Trap. He pulled a Parent Trap on him.
He did. So we get there, and like the first one I see is like, oh shit, Riverman's here. Hell yeah. And then fucking he gets there, we start talking and shit. Fucking he's like, oh yeah, I got a special guest. And it's like, who is it? He's like, well, it's gonna be a surprise. You're not gonna find out. So he shows up in the call, and then what do you know? It's the fucking Lush. He orchestrated a BTM original fucking lineup reunion on an episode of Exploited Cinema. Amazing. And you know what? It was the cutest fucking thing. My heart kind of melted. Them talking to each other. It was like fucking, there was one point when the Lush said like, man, yeah, it's been a while since we talked, River, man. I was so close to standing outside your window with a boombox raised above my head. Like fucking that movie, Say Anything. Fucking, it was amazing. Well, you're all going to hear it, baby.
But my thing is, why wasn't I invited? No, here's the thing. Bat knows very well it was intentional. Like he knows the rift between River and Lush and all that stuff and all that background stuff. So I think it was intentional. He particularly knows mine too. I think he intentionally didn't even say anything to me because I would have left. I would have been too uncomfortable.
Exactly. Very low T here. Very low T.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but it's one of those things where I don't like to go to parties. I don't drink, but you want to be invited to the party so you can reject it, right? Decline it. So, but it's one of those things because you keep saying, oh God, I was part of that too, man. But I'm glad I didn't talk to Nate. I was talking to Todd. I don't give a shit. I'm going to talk about what we talked about off the air. Todd, of course, messaged me immediately. Right?
Chad.
And he said it was uncomfortable and awkward as fuck.
He did?
Yeah. He says it was fine. He's like, I made do or whatever, and we kept it casual. I said, did anything come? Like, because I wanted to know what how he handled it. Was he like trying to talk about old stuff, or was he keeping it business as usual, talking about the movie? And he's like, no. He's like, none of that stuff came up. We just talked about the movie, basically. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Very Chad.
He had an opportunity to really expel the dirt, and he didn't. But
see, he's not like me. I would have been doing that.
To totally exploit the situation.
Exactly.
But no, he said it was a good show. But he said it was kind of awkward, and he said that I'm not ready to get back in the bed with Nate. Let's just say that. But it was what it was. I think the show turned out well, even though I haven't heard it yet. He said it sounded like it turned out well. He's like, but if Bat's MO was to maybe rekindle that friendship, he says that didn't work.
Very low fucking T. Damn.
Yeah. So
non-heinous.
You have to understand. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to listen to it though. And if I was a listener of the show, I'd be intrigued to listen to it just because
it was a fucking dank ass episode
of the novelty. But it's all just personal shit that shouldn't matter to anybody else that listens to the show. But he did some shitty things that it's going to be hard for even someone like Riverman to get over. Like just because it's not like, and he made a good point. Riverman made a good point when we were chatting. It's not like Lush called him up and apologized and wanted to bury the hatchet. He got tricked into showing up somewhere. It's a little different. You know what I mean?
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's not the same.
Exactly.
And it's okay. Everybody was being cool. He was being cool, but it just doesn't work like that. Like someone like Lush has to address something. You can't just leave something off the way he did when you burn somebody and just act like it never happened. But it's one. But at the same time, I also kind of understand why that might not come up for Lush because he was kind of blindsided. Like everybody was probably blindsided.
Oh yeah,
that's the kind of shit. Yeah.
For a second, I was thinking like, oh shit, J-Dog's gonna be on the episode because he's like keeping a secret. He's like, oh, it's gonna be a surprise.
That would have been cool.
J-Dog showed us up. That fucking
yeah. That's like, can you imagine? Can you imagine if he orchestrated a show like that? And it was Lush, and then it's like, but that's not all. But wait, there's more. And it was Corey G. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. See, he's gonna try to do that with me sometime.
It's like go. Well, no, all of us, ghost of girlfriend's past type of situation. Like, what the fuck?
What if that was his MO from the beginning, to get in tight with us so he could fucking just torture us? That'd be donk. It's like something I'd do.
That I have to admit, would that not be a good idea for a cinema enema? To do like Jerry Springer style and bring on all these people we've had differences with and just talk.
Exactly. See, look, our boy, he's just like, oh, I guess I'm going to have to stay in this hotel till tomorrow so I can find my girlfriend. We can figure out what's going on in this weird ass town. And like the final straw was he lifted the sheets up and it looked like somebody just took a shit in his bed. He's like, fuck that. And now he's trying to fucking get on the phone, baby. That's how you know. That's how you know. Fucking our boy, bootleg Johnny Knoxville, he don't fuck around.
I was born in a fish town.
Hell yeah.
I was born in a fish town.
Rather die in a fish town. Sucking on chew dog. That baby. Sucking on chew dog.
What the fuck is all... Like, I don't know why that shit's like so... become a meme. There was a Hard Times article where they were fucking on that.
Yes.
The sucking on a chili dog lyric.
Oh yeah, very Chad. It was like, oh yeah, we cover fucking Jack and Diane, but every lyric is sucking on chili dog. Very Chad. Check this out right here. He's getting these visions. He's been having dreams about, that beginning part where he's scuba diving in the fucking mermaid. Like he's been having these weird visions. And right here, watch this. Here's some more early CG. Fucking, he taps on her shoulder. Is it his girlfriend? Who is it? Avril Lavigne? What the fuck is happening here? Oh, Skater Boy. He said, see you later, boy.
You know what's funny is that's kind of some antiquated CGI, but I still think some people use that type of CGI. It's kind of like if you're an indie developer for games and you can't afford Unreal Engine 4, so you're probably still working off Unreal Engine 2. You know, I mean, because you still see this shitty CGI in some kind of productions.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty bad, though. I don't know.
You know what I watched recently?
What?
I watched Tom and Jerry.
Dude, I looked at the reviews of that shit on Letterboxd, and they were just so overwhelmingly terrible that I'm like, I'm going to trust this and not bother.
It is not good.
So
I grew up with Tom and Jerry, but that was like an unused Mary-Kate and Ashley script. Like the fucking the director's brother like rewrote with a single rewrite, put fucking Tom and Jerry in it, and there's no way that person got hired to write that script. I hope they didn't get hired to write a script. If they did, can they get the money back? Holy shit.
So it kind of makes you wonder, was it, sorry, you might have to bleep out that word, but is it the virus that made people made this company put all their shit on HBO Max and pull it out of theaters, or is it because these products are not very good? You know,
fuck it. It does. It has the girl Chloe Grace Moretz from the fucking Kick-Ass movies. She don't show her boobies in it.
And it's got T-Pain, right? I'm looking at the cast here. T-Pain plays the singing voice for Tom. I guess I don't fucking know. I guess this has to be all in context, but it's got that guy, Michael Pena, that shows up in everything these days. He's getting a lot of work.
I was like, man, how are you gonna? At some point, they had to be making that movie, knowing the script and everything that was going on, and be like, man, how are we gonna do Tom and Jerry like this? Like, is this worth it?
Could you literally name the character something else, and they could have animated different drawings in there, and it was not a Tom and Jerry movie? Is it one of those things?
It's literally like, it's not like it seems like you can't even tell if it's taking place in like canon or not. Like, is this like a retelling? Like, are they meeting each other for the first time? Have they been through adventures before? Is this taking place after the first Tom and Jerry movie that everybody hated? And I actually liked as a kid. Everybody hated it because like, oh, they talk in it. It's like, of course they talk. This is what happens when you make a Tom and Jerry movie where they don't talk. You get this one from 2020. Fucking very unchad.
Oh, they don't talk, huh?
No.
And this movie's got Ken Jeong in it. Every time I see Ken Jeong in a movie, I'm turned off instantly.
Oh yeah, fucking it makes your boner go boop.
You should always form your own opinions, but when you look at ratings to a degree and you see it's just, I like Letterboxd because it's not critics, right? It's not like looking at Rotten Tomatoes where there's like a different pools, but when you look on Letterboxd and it looks like there's how many? I don't know. It looks like maybe there's like 2,000 ratings. I think that's what it says. When they're all 1 through 6 and predominantly 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's fucking bad. Like, I'm not even gonna bother. Like, I trust enough people to where I don't know.
Exactly.
It's just pretty bad.
And then I watched Doc Holliday with our boy, fucking Back to the Future, and he's amazing. Very, very Chad movie.
Oh, you'd never seen Doc Holliday with Tommy Boy chick? She got some big long. She got long nipples, man. You see how long her nipples in that movie are? Like, I think you see them I think you see a side profile of the nips when she's by the lake or something, right?
I didn't realize how much of a Stacy the Tommy Boy chick was.
Yeah, you wouldn't know from Tommy Boy, but yeah, she got some big fat long nipples, dude. But I haven't seen it in a while. But you've never seen that, really?
Never seen it.
That is a movie that I think I've referenced before. There was a period in the late 90s where we lived in hotel rooms. And so we had access to HBO, and I watched Spawn and I watched Mars Attacks. These movies that were playing all the time, because on particular months they would just beat them down. There was a point where Doc Holliday was on all the fucking time. And I watched Doc Holliday like 20 times.
Our boy said, what do you think's longer, fucking her Tommy Boy nipples chick, Tommy Boy chick nipples, or China's long ass clit?
Gross.
You put them side by side. Who's winning the cock measuring contest?
I don't know. I refuse to watch that China sex tape. I watched the Howard Stern.
Amazing.
I watched the Howard Stern reactions to it though, and they're talking about how fucking disgusting it is. They're saying it's basically like a little cock. And she's got acne all over her ass. And I can't believe...
Who doesn't?
I can't believe Triple H let her fuck him in the ass.
Oh.
I imagine that's what happened. I'm sure Triple H took it in the ass from her.
I would. She's got a bigger fucking better Chad jawline than I did.
How would you feel if you were like Stephanie McMahon, knowing your husband fucked China before you? Like, oh,
fucking jealous.
I just never understood that, man. What I never understood too is how a lot of big bodybuilders will have wives that are big bodybuilders that are like manly. It's one thing to have like a female like fitness, whatever, but there's a point of bodybuilding when you're a female where you have pectorals, you seem to have way more testosterone than you should, you have a lack of estrogen, you got fucking big ass shoulders, and you know what I mean, you start to look like a man, you start to look androgynous. You know?
Oh, yeah. The best kind of woman.
But it's weird to me, but
you gotta get them women that you don't know if their cock is bigger than yours. That's the sexiest.
And the thing is China Doll, because she stopped going by China Doll after a while, right? Wasn't that like what she was introduced as, and then eventually just became China? Is that right?
Oh yeah.
So China, it's one thing to be jacked and fucking huge, but she didn't even have anything about her voice talk like this. Hi, you know?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I'm getting a fucking boner just thinking about it.
She had a deeper voice than most guys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Stop it. I was, when you were doing that at the same time, just by chance, I was scratching my nutsack and I'm like, I'm not even going to go near my dick while he's making those fucking noises. That's fucking creepy. Hey.
I scratched mine too and I actually nutted. Oh, look. Our boy just posted a picture of China. Looks just like Davey Havoc. Very Chad.
Actually, kind of looks like.
Just imagine her standing there. Your sins into me. Oh, my beautiful one.
No, it looks
fucking
like
Davey Havoc. She's got a more masculine name than or voice than Davey Havoc. Fucking.
She looks like David Vincent, if you know who that is. Morbid Angel. That's who she looks like.
Fucking, I'd let her fucking Morbid Angel my fucking asshole apart. You know what I mean? I think you do.
Yeah. Okay.
Our boy, she is the best comic book hero, better than Beta Superman and Beta Batman and Beta Spider-Man. All these people, they fucking pale in comparison. Look at this. See, we're seeing the mutated fish people. Very Chad. He found this homeless guy, and this homeless guy, really entertaining. This homeless guy, basically, he's basically the patron saint of mumble rap, because like you can't fucking decipher a single word he says in this movie. It's really Chad. He's got that big chapped nose. You gotta get some.
That's weird. It looks like cleft.
Yeah, you gotta get some chapstick and put that on your nose so your fucking nose don't crack in half next time, baby.
His nose is offending me.
I keep thinking he's going to go, hey, I'm Johnny Knoxville, welcome to Jackass, and just stab this homeless guy or something. And then dong dong bling bling. Dong 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 dong. That fucking theme song was dank. That was an early thing I learned how to play on guitar. Very Chad. But yeah.
When Jackass first premiered, I don't know how it was in your school, because like I said, we're just a few years apart. But I want to say freshman year is when Jackass. I wasn't in middle school. Freshman year, high school, and the impact. I swear, it was kind of like in 1993. I remember when Power Rangers first aired, and that following Monday, all the kids had. I felt like nobody had talked about it. They had ads and shit talking about this new show, but you didn't really think it was a big deal. But all of a sudden, it premiered on Saturday, and I just happened to watch it. And then that Monday, fucking after nobody talking about it, everybody's playing Power Rangers on the blacktop. Like, what the fuck? It was like an overnight just sensation out of nowhere. So Jackass, I remember when Jackass premiered, it was a similar thing. It felt like one weekend, nobody knew what Jackass was. And then that following Monday, all your buddies were going to fucking Taco Bell and fucking local restaurants trying to do stupid pranks and record them on their fucking shoulder cannons. That's the way it was in my high school. I had so many friends and people in school that were making Jackass videos. Like, what the fuck?
And they did that like beta shit where they're like, please don't send in videos of you attempting any of these stunts. Like they're like, oh yeah, these are performed by professionals. In what fucking reality is Bam Margera a professional stuntman? Like, he's literally like, they just found a kid that's
I was
doing
willing
exactly
to take a hit in the nuts.
he's doing exactly what they're telling kids to not do, and like giving him a job and all this money, and then getting on TV and saying, yeah, don't do that, by the way.
You don't want this. You don't want to be like us and be successful. Yeah, exactly. Bam Margera, he is the kid that would eat worms and mud on the playground because it gave him a little bit of attention.
Exactly. Very Chad.
Steve-O, I guess he was a circus performer. I mean, I guess maybe you could argue that translates into being some kind of a fucking professional, I guess. He's the most professional seeming because of what he endures, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I don't think anybody else is. Johnny Knoxville is just an actor.
Mm-hmm. And
Johnny Knoxville, I mean, kudos for him. It's kind of his circus and he's the ringleader. He takes part. But I'm inclined to believe he probably takes the least, right? Or at least he gets pick of what I do and the others do, and I don't have to do. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I would. You know? I mean, I know he's done some shit. Was it in the second movie where he was with the bulls? He was in the bull dance, the dance with the bulls, and he went into the... that one was pretty rough, but...
See, look, this is the liberal media trying to kill Christ right here. Fucking, basically, this guy comes in and he's like, fucking... Yeah, well, yes, the stupid fucking Christians. You need to worship Dagon. He's the real God. Fucking the Christian. Fucking fuck Jesus with his stupid fucking holy hands. His little cock and his loincloth. We need the real God to come and fucking show us how it's done. Because, Jesus, he's forbidden. Like, he's not helping out our fishes. They keep dying in the water. We need to pray to the water god to bring our fish back, baby.
It sounds like you just got done watching Marked for Death and you were doing your best screwface impression, brah.
Exactly. Very Chad.
You ever seen Marked for Death?
Fucking, is that the one where he's like, I want to see Richie? Fucking, he's going around, I just want to talk to Richie. That looks like the little shit that played Little Rascals, fucking Alfalfa, the new one.
Yeah. He's the screw face. He's got the dreadlocks, bro, and he's from Haiti, and they're into voodoo and shit. It's the only Steven Seagal movie I really recall liking because it is kind of fun. Because screw face, he's a good villain.
Did you ever read the book How to Eat Fried Worms as a kid? I do remember that. I don't remember like what it was about though. I just remember that title.
And I'm reading that comment. Bye Christian listeners. Sad cry face. Zach, motherfucker. Come on, dude. Stop it. Stop alienating our audience.
Exactly.
I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
Hey, quote, put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up and put the lime. So hold on. The song was put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. I just remember when they introduced lime Coke. Did they change the words? Because that's how I Mandela effect remember it. Put the lime in the Coke and they shake it all up and then the lime in the Coke.
No, it was just lime and a coconut.
But
remember that wasn't even a good pop commercial. Remember the one, make 7 Up yours, make 7 Up yours, ha ha.
Yeah, make 7 Up yours. Yeah, was that Orlando Jones?
Oh yes.
Remember that guy from Mad TV? He had a career for a second.
Oh yeah. Whatever happened to him?
Well, what was he in? Wasn't he in like an Eddie Griffin movie? I think he did some kind of like weird comedy action movie.
See right here. Here's the liberals trying to fucking kill Christ. On Christmas and shit, they're just fucking destroy. This is basically ISIS going around fucking destroying all this art and shit. Fucking very unchad. Just destroying these Jesus statues. You think they felt bad filming this? Like, oh man, you think Jesus is mad if he's really up there? Like, while we're filming this,
while we're recording this, or while they filmed this movie?
Well, they made this movie, baby.
I was about to say I didn't know this stuff was going on in this movie before I agreed to do it, so I can't be at fault.
Blasphemous.
No, but Mad TV, man. Did you ever watch that back in the day?
I did.
So
Orlando Bloom, he was on a great film.
Orlando Jones. Orlando Bloom is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Orlando Jones was on a great film with my boy The Reeves about football called The Replacements.
Oh, yeah, and that was during his period where he was getting work. But some of those people, they kind of linger and they still get work. What's her name? The person who played Miss Swan, she's played Lois Griffin since that show's inception. And, so she's got a job. Artie Lang, obviously, was on that show, and he went on to do Howard Stern and be a successful comedian. Now he's a recovering junkie. unfortunately.
Now he's a professional coke addict.
Yeah, but he came from there. And James LeVar, what's his fucking name? Marvin, Pulp Fiction. Why can't I fucking think of Phil Lamar? Phil Lamar was in it, and he obviously is famous for being Marvin, getting shot in the face in Pulp Fiction.
Your cousin Marvin Barry?
Yeah. Listen to this. No, but LeVar, why can't Phil Lamar? Sorry, why can't LeVar Burton? I keep wanting to say LeVar Burton. I'm turning into Zach. Phil Lamar, he's a really, 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 really big voice actor. That's where his bread and butter is. He played Vamp, right, in the Metal Gear Solid games. But he plays all types of shit. Like he played Hermes on Futurama, but he's always doing voice work. Always. He's on Mortal Kombat 11, does a lot of games, but
Samurai Jack, our boy says.
And what's funny is he's got a very, very deep voice. He's a really small guy, and he's got a really, really deep voice. And I don't even think people usually give shit about like white people being cast to play people of color. Like obviously they recast or they canceled Apu because of all that woke culture and shit. And Hank Azaria playing him, and they recast Cleveland Brown on Family Guy because it's like, now we're going to cast a black guy to play a black guy, like it's insensitive.
Hey, this is funny. Up until now, this homeless guy has sounded a certain way, but right on this scene, his voice just changes out of nowhere, which is funny because that means that they watch the dailies, realize like fucking, hey, that guy sounds too like fucking eligible. Like we need to like overdub his voice and make it completely like inaudible. Basically, that's pretty Chad. That's a Chad.
You mean legible?
Inaudible. Whatever.
Oh, inaudible. You said eligible, like he's an eligible bachelor.
Oh hell yes.
No, but what I was saying about Phil Lamar is he's got this really, really deep voice, but I don't really think he's ever played a black guy. I'm like, what's the big deal? Who cares? Like Vamp was Romanian or whatever the fuck he was. Like all these characters he plays are usually not black guys. I've never understood that whole like thing about the voiceover work.
And what's funny is I remember listening to a commentary for an episode of South Park a long time ago, and it was like in season 3 or something. And they were introducing Chef's parents, and they said like, oh yeah, we when we were casting for Chef's parents, me and Trey wanted to do the voice, but they kept telling us that's the most racist thing you can do when you're making a cartoon is have black characters and have white people doing the voices. So like yeah, they were talking about how that was like a standard or something they talked about back then in like '93 or whatever, and then like now it's like they just disregarded it for so many years, and then like, oh, now we gotta follow. It was really weird. Yeah, fucking weird.
Okay, well, we're being told Lamar also voiced Static and Static Shock. Okay, so Static Shock was a black character, but I'm saying he plays everything. I don't see what the big deal is, and he's awesome, right? He's just got this signature voice that lends itself to a lot of characters, man. No matter what their fucking creed is. Well, I was wide open. I beat you.
We should bring it back, fucking doing whiteface and blackface. If anything, it's really funny to see in movies. Like, it's really fun whenever you notice that's just a guy wearing, makeup. That's always fun. And then it's just treated, completely serious. That's amazing. I think we should do it. I think it's a world we need to live in. Very Chad. I think fucking, we should just have fucking all these people playing. We nobody calls it retard face. Like, we got to start hiring retarded people to play fucking retards and shit. I think like we have room for everything. A little slice of life, variety, baby.
What? No, seriously though. What is your stance on that? By the way, so it's kind of silly to think that certain people with special needs can't perform. So you watch Peanut Butter Falcon, and that kid that guy did awesome, right? That brother. Or whatever, he was really good.
We need to remake What's Eating Gilbert Grape with that kid.
But then you have, so you have Gilbert Grape, and then you have like that movie, The Other Sister, where Julia Lewis and Giovanni Ribisi play mentally handicapped people, and it's just, I don't know. It's like, is it just acting? And it's like, well, it's acting like anything else. They're pretending to be something, or should it matter? Do you cast people with special needs? I think as long as they get the job done, it's not offensive. I mean, I will say this. I think people should be able to do whatever they want. I just, as long as they understand, well, I mean, Juliette Lewis can play somebody that's mentally handicapped, but she has to understand she's taking a big risk of it totally coming off cringy, insensitive, or terrible. Whereas, you know, if you're somebody with special needs that can act, you know, it's a little bit safer bet.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Fucking very Chad.
I wonder what Robert Downey Jr. was thinking when he took that blackface role. If he,
that's what's so great about it. Like the whole absurdity of it is part of the joke. So like you couldn't make it.
He gets
work.
a pass. It's funny though. He gets a pass, and the woke culture that, you know, was people were going after everybody. It seemed like it just barely missed that, because that movie is like what, just barely 10 years old, not even 10 years old. And it seems like it should be fresh in mind when all this started, but nobody was going to. Robert Downey Jr. was nominated for an Academy Award for playing blackface in that movie. Amazing. Mind you, Academy Award.
Amazing.
So, I mean, the thing is if you
just as our boy fucking C. Thomas Howell should have been nominated for Soul Man, as we all see. I'm
just saying, if you go after Robert Downey Jr. for clear satire, you have to go after Ben Stiller for directing it, and then you have to go after the entire Academy for nominating for an Oscar for it. But
the black guy who played the white dude in Watermelon Man should also have a fucking Oscar for that. Very Chad.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, he just walks into a room, sees his fucking Stacy fucking Macarena hanging out, laying in bed, and watch this. Like, she's ready. She's ready to fuck. She's just like,
are we going to get more Melina CGI teeth?
Very Macarena. Fucking Macarena, meet our boy bootleg Johnny Knoxville. Now gets to fucking, because I got a dick. It's hard, and I got nothing to do with it, baby. You know what I mean? I think you do.
She's kind of a prettier Emma Stone.
Hell yes. Who's Emma Stone?
That annoying bitch with the Beavis underbite, right? From Superbad.
I pictured Emma Roberts.
No, Emma Roberts. I know that's your chick, man. You're ride or die for that.
My chick.
Even if she has a kid and she's getting old for your tastes.
Exactly. Fucking see, if I walked into a room and Mary Elizabeth was there, Emma Roberts there, and fucking just like fucking like, which one do I take? I say both. Fucking I can't pick. Both of them.
Isn't she one of those chicks that's been in the news on and off again for having like a crazy bitch streak? You know, like throwing bullshit.
Exactly. She'll beat the shit out of me while we're fucking. That's hot.
She's one of those divas, man, that'll fucking chuck an ashtray at your face and you get a restraining order over.
Yeah, there was like some weird double standard shit going on where it was like fucking she beat up her boyfriend and everybody was like, oh, you gotta understand, she's really passionate. And it's like, fuck you. You wouldn't be making that same argument if fucking her boyfriend beat her up. That's not cool. But I would fucking let her beat the shit out of me. Like, I would love it.
It is a double standard. It probably runs in the family, though, because you thought it was her mom, but it's her aunt, Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts is notoriously known, at least in the Hollywood. I mean, just the stuff I hear and when I hear in interviews, what people say is that she's a big time fucking bitch. Like a hardcore. Yeah. Eric Roberts seems really cool and nice, man. He can't have gotten it from his semen. Because he's fucking
cool. His semen tastes magical. It tastes like Miracle Whip, I hear.
Hold on.
Yeah, look at this.
I'm being told to look at the movie by listening.
Exactly.
We're going to have something go on here. Why can't he do it?
So Johnny Knoxville's getting ready. He's getting ready to. Like, he does have a girlfriend. He is there trying to find her. But, like, the homeless guy said that she's dead. And so, like, I mean, you're safe, man. Just hit that and then quit that. Like, fucking Macarena. Do the Macarena with the Macarena and then just get the fuck out. Bump out, baby.
It's like this guy. I met a lot of foreign people that would be part of a foreign work program in a city I worked in. And they all had this mindset of this guy, man. Like, if the girlfriend's, when the cat's away, the mice will play. I remember he was hitting on this one guy from Serbia, was hitting on this one chick, trying to get with her. And I'm like, man, don't you have a fiance? He's like, yes, miles away.
Oh yeah. See, look, he realizes she has gills, and that fucking freaks him out. And then he pulls the cover out, sees that she has fucking weird tentacles.
Tentacles. Fuck.
It's like, Dude, she's got gills. That's just another place for you to shoot your nut into. Like, why are you fucking freaking out? What a pussy. What a pussy. See, I'd have been up in them gills real quick. Already fucking shot the nuts, fell asleep, left her unsatisfied.
Where do you go down on a squid woman? And when she squirts, is it ink?
Oh, hell yeah. Just let her squirt all over your face. And then you'll get fucking thrown in jail they'll think you're doing blackface or something. But like, yeah, I was thinking too, like the fucking song Macarena, while I was watching this earlier, I paused it and went to get a drink, and I found myself singing like fucking, how'd it go? Like, I wrote it down so I'd remember. It went, bootleg giant Knoxville is such a fucking beta. He couldn't have sex with the Stacy Macarena. And I was like, that has to be like the fucking song. That has to be the lyrics they were singing the whole time. And we just didn't know. Like, what if it was like, perceiving the future? It was like a biblical, like, prophecy the whole time. Fucking talk about this movie. Because that song came out in 95 or 93. And this movie came out in 2001. Baby.
If I was making a movie, I would try to avoid anything like that was super topical of the day. Because whenever you watch a movie from, say, 90, in the mid-90s, and they capitalize on a big trend like that, it dates the movie, right? Have you ever seen a movie from the mid-90s and they play the Macarena gag? They do some, like, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing. And it's just like, oh, man, it's so fucking dated. Yeah. Right? You watch My Fellow Americans, which is a really funny movie, by the way. James Garner and Jack Lemmon. I find it hilarious. And they cut to Lemon. They cut to like a quick cut to James Garner in the toilet, and you just see his feet at the bottom of the stall, and they're playing Macarena right on the overhead, and he's singing "Hey Macarena" while he's taking a shit, and then it just goes away. Whenever movies do that shit, man, it's like, all right, well, I know when this movie came out.
Mm-hmm. That little fucking period of time between 93.
It's the what's up. Mm-hmm. That thing too. Whenever you see Scary Movie dates itself because of that.
You know what's funny is I remember by the time I watched Scary Movie, I had never seen that commercial, so I was just like, I didn't get what people were laughing about.
Yeah, and that's the thing though, because you have to think about the future and how relevant these callbacks are going to be to somebody in 10, 20 years. I mean, if you give a shit about a movie being timeless, maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to make all that cheese then and strike an iron when it's hot. But I've watched movies with the girlfriend before that have been really heavy on like references of the day. And I found them funny, but she wasn't getting any of them. And I had to like stop and explain, well, this is what this joke means. It's a reference to this, which no longer exists, which was popular, like Max Headroom shit, right? It's like trying to explain Max Headroom to somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's I don't know. It's fun to take a nostalgic trip, but at the same time, it's not very practical for longevity. Mm-hmm. What's that? Hold on. I got to read this, man. Plemke in the chat, our Patreon chat, listening to this live as we record it, says, I dressed up as Ghostface for Halloween as a kid. Ghostface Killer from the Wu-Tang, because that might be racially insensitive, or Ghostface from Scream. I dressed up as Ghostface from Scream before Scream existed, because you could find those masks on shelves before Scream was a thing.
That was the only fucking movie villain that you could just go to Walmart and get the mask for at Walmart. Like, everybody had to be a Scream guy at least once.
And they took that design basically just off the shelf. Like, hey, let's just use this as our killer. Mm-hmm. Right? I bought. And because, you could buy now. I think now they have secured the rights to it. I think they paid off, because now if you buy that mask, it's licensed as Scream. Mm-hmm. But I think I read that. I think there was a whole story, an article I read where they finally acquired the rights to it and stuff like that.
I read the whole trivia about it when we did Scream.
Okay, maybe that was it. But before that, man, you just bought generic ghost mask or weeping ghost or banshee, or they had a million different names, whatever.
Peanut-eyed ghost, I think, was the original title.
What was it called?
They called it Peanut-eyed Ghost or something like that.
So I remember it was the year before Scream came out. The Halloween before Scream came out, I just thought the mask looked cool because it was glow in the dark. I think they were glow in the dark, and I want to say they had a couple of different variants too, even maybe. I'm not sure, but I bought the one that was eventually in the movie Scream, and I loved it. And I have to tell you, I have one now too that's actually licensed Scream that I bought like after the Halloween season for really cheap. It's not as good a quality as the one I bought as a kid.
Hey, it could be your memory too. I remember, like, I found an old home video of me and my cousin, and we were wearing that, and I was like, "Yeah, it looks cheap recently." So who knows? Who knows?
But you know what though too, like so maybe this is the way I'm remembering it, but if I put on the one I have now that I bought new now, you can see the eyes are way too transparent. Like you can literally see my fucking eyelashes through those black holes. Right? You could see my skin tone. You could tell what color I am. But I seem to recall when I was a little kid, man, it looking pretty black.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the deal is there, but that really like, why would anybody do that? Maybe there was like some liability issues. Like, look, people need to be able to see or something. I don't know. But yeah, Plemke's saying the mask smelled really good. It did. And that smell takes me back. That weird rubbery smell.
Yeah.
It takes me back to 1996. I love it. And I've talked about this in the last few weeks about how I keep a box of Crayola crayons because I like to huff it because it takes me back to a better day. But also, I don't know what the smell is, but I was doing some furniture shopping recently in the last couple of weeks after I talked about the Crayola thing, and I found this cupboard and I opened it up, and as soon as I opened it up, man, I was hit with a waft of kindergarten. It smelled like kindergarten class. And that's not a smell I smell ever. And I'm like, holy shit. It took me right back to kindergarten. And I don't know what that smell is. And it was probably paint. And I was probably doing damage to some brain cells. But dude, I had my head in this cupboard at this furniture store just huffing it for like fucking 10 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, give me the member berries. But yeah, I don't know what it was, man. It's just this particular smell. I love the smell of construction paper. That brings back memories as well.
I just made a contribution to Jar Jar Piss.
Oh, as I said, a contribution. Like, okay, I'm glad we're still on piss and it's not fucking semen yet.
Oh, I did start coming in it and using my own semen to masturbate while I was gearing up to record the latest Exploited Cinema. So you'll hear about that when that drops, baby.
When is that dropping, by the way?
The next Tuesday when they drop.
Okay, because I know you guys recorded it and then an old episode came out, so it must have just been the lapse of the time was too close or something.
Mm-hmm.
Code.
Oh yeah, and I had to re-edit the new Mac and Zach because I got like fucking 98% done. I just had to edit the outro, and like I walked away from editing, and like during the night my computer just restarted. Unsaved. I had to redo it.
Ooh.
Right. Oh, look at this. It was all a dream. They're still in the boat, babe. Oh. She just never really died. They lied to him about her dying.
Are we going to get like a big twist moment where, oh, I was a fish all along and I'm just being welcomed back home or something? Is there like a big twist?
We'll see.
Like maybe she's a fish because have they consummated their love yet? Have they had sex? Him and his girlfriend? Because maybe she has gills.
Possible. We'll see, babe.
Maybe he's like, I'm from here. This is my home.
See, look, he woke up. He's like, I had a dream, and you were there, and Hobo, you were there.
Hey, speaking of which, in that reference, man, is it weird if we do Wizard of Oz sometime? Because I love Wizard of Oz.
And that's classic.
It's a classic movie, and I think it'd be fun to do a commentary. It's such an important movie cinematically that you'd almost want to do a cinema enema for it, even though I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it. So I don't know if it really applies there, but I want to do it in some regard, though.
Remember being a kid and hearing the stories about how there was a dead midget hanging somewhere in the movie?
Yeah, from the tree, from that one like fucking living forest, like Mortal Kombat 2 style. By the way, that shit was nightmare inducing. Those trees that would throw the apples, that scared me. I'm like, this is fucking trippy as shit.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was a flamingo in the background. Yeah, I remember that.
That's what it really was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trippy movie. And I was deathly scared of the flying blue monkeys. It creeps me out, man. But the movie's a total acid trip. When you think about it.
Now look, I was confused while watching this earlier, but I think that's the girl that was in the boat. So she survived, baby. And like later on there's a scene, oh, she lost her leg.
Ew. Would you let her stump fuck you?
Oh yes. That does exist. There's a movie called Long John Long Jean Silver, and it's this chick that like she's got a nub because she lost her hand or something, and she's fucking people with. Or no, I think it was her leg.
Gross.
I was at me and Mac when we went to Horror Hound. We were at the Vinegar Syndrome guy's table, and he was like, fucking. He was just basically selling us all his movies. He's like, oh yeah, check this one out. This happens. He goes, oh yeah, Long Jean Silver, chick fucks people with her stump leg, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so amazing.
Well, the Vinegar Syndrome guys, they were at the Crypticon event that we went to a couple years back. I kind of regret not really giving any love to their booth and checking it out. We were just kind of doing other shit all weekend. But did you actually look at the Vinegar Syndrome stuff there?
Mm-hmm.
Weren't they having some pretty good deals? Didn't they have like $10 Blu-rays or something?
The guy who was selling them, he was talking about it like he's the guy personally who goes through and cleans up the movies and stuff too. It was like, donk.
You know, we're dummies. We should have networked and chatted him up more and seen if we can get a guy like that on the podcast. That'd be pretty cool. Those are fun people, I think, to talk to.
Oh yeah, very Chad. But yeah, like we're getting ready. There's a scene coming up. Well, where this chick right here, she looks just like Yoko Ono.
Coming up?
Very.
I don't see her yet.
Yeah, it's while she's getting attacked later. It's like fucking Yoko's in this movie.
Number 8.
Exactly.
Number 8.
She's a fucking weirdo.
You know, Yoko Ono claims when she met John Lennon, right, that she didn't know who John Lennon was, and that's the biggest.
Amazing.
That's the biggest joke in history, right? Like, oh yeah, you didn't know. You know, it's almost like a star fucker thing. Like she just fucking greased herself and got herself in that position to marry John Lennon and become Mrs. John Lennon. Yeah, she claims she didn't know who John Lennon was when they met and they were hitting it off. Like my fucking ass. Give me a break.
Was she from like Korea or something? Maybe they weren't big there,
dude. The Beatles at that time when they met, John Lennon was the most famous man in the world. That's the dumbest thing in the world. That's like saying, "Oh, I don't know who Donald Trump is." A year ago,
it's possible. Like I said, I didn't know what the was. I was like, "What the fuck is everybody laughing about?"
Yeah, but you were also a kid. Like you were pretty young.
Yeah, exactly. Yoko Ono was a child when fucking Lennon started fucking her. Actually, I heard.
Well, and I don't think Yoko Ono. What ethnicity is Yoko Ono? Japanese? Yeah, she's Japanese.
Oh yeah.
China, I would understand because when I was in China for a while, it is like the world stood still and froze. Like you just don't get any news, right? And everything's blocked behind firewalls and shit. You can't get access to international news. They pretty much just feed you that Chinese propaganda and and how they want to twist world events. Dude, when I got back to America, I had no idea Corey Haim had died. I had no idea who Justin Bieber had blown up and come out since then. I didn't know what the fuck a Justin Bieber was. It was really weird. It was a weird experience, you know?
Yeah, if you pulled out your like smartphone and tried to get on the internet, would it be the censored internet?
Yeah. No,
it's like hitting their towers and everything.
No, seriously, it is. 100%. Everything's
unchad.
firewalled over there. The Great Firewall of China, man. They don't want you getting any propaganda. They don't want their people speaking with the outside world and learning about.
They don't want you getting any non-propaganda.
But They
don't want you getting any non-propaganda, really.
Non-propaganda. You're right. Yeah, the truth. But yeah, I know it's a trip, and I'm actually really happy that I experienced it because it's really interesting. And I learned. You know, it's people aren't bad. You know, if you have any qualms with anything, it's just government. Because when you go somewhere like China, I mean, they just know what they're told. You know what I mean? Like they don't know any better. The government or whatever will spin news articles about certain countries. And
right there, Yoko Ono. What the fuck, Yoko? What's that fucking weird singing style she does?
Yeah, the weird shit.
It's like you're just making a weird laughing sound. That's where I noticed right there, probably.
That's weird.
Would you come on Yoko?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I just that hasn't.
I need an answer, Aaron. I need an answer.
That looks like Donnie Wahlberg. That guy looks like Donnie Wahlberg with his hair wet.
Hell yeah. Fucking I would love to make Donnie Wahlberg's hair wet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But anyway, like I was saying though, and I get it. They're pretty good at keeping up with technology too, because obviously people are trying to get proxies. There's some people that are woke, right? In China, like some of the college kids. There's you find the odd people that are all about trying to get the best proxy, the most updated proxy, so they can. But they're always having to change that shit because it catches up to them, you know. So, but you know, there's certain people that try to have their finger on the pulse and read outside the lines, but. No, it was nuts. When I came back and I felt like I was in a coma. I felt like I was Steven Seagal in Hard to Kill or whatever, waking up with a giant beard. I had the beard too. And just like, what did I miss?
Oh, yeah.
What year is it?
A coma. Oh, yeah. Well, we should start a podcast called Kingdom Come, but CUM.
That'd be funny.
That'd be dank.
We could start a band too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, when is more covers gonna happen? I want to be a part of them. When is there more stuff gonna happen?
At some point. See, the thing is it's like we were working on that for like a year and a half, which became like 2 years, which became like 3 years, and like fucking Mac was just taking his fucking time, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember at one time it was like, we could put it out now, but like let's have let's go ahead and record like 3 songs that you want to do so that there's more like variation between the Zach to Mac ratio. And then like he's like, oh yeah, I will. And then like a year passed and it's like he still didn't do it, so it was like, okay, I'm just gonna put it out. And then right after it comes out, you're like, yeah, let's do another one. I was like, I'm not ready to jump into that.
I get you. Well, we got to have Mac do it, but I will, if you guys want, I will do some too. I think it'd be fun. I will pull equal weight.
Mm-hmm. Our boy, he's pointing out that this is a big fucking scene in the movie. This is a hardcore scene. Aaron will wince, and this is probably the most gut-wrenching flaying scene I've ever watched. Hell yeah.
Oh, is he going to fillet some fucking meat on his body?
He's going to fillet some fish. People.
Donnie Wahlberg's going to fuck this guy up. Donnie Wahlberg mixed with Kevin Spacey. Mixed with that guy from Swimming with Sharks. Not Kevin Spacey. The guy from that. Oh, no, he's going to give him gills?
He's going to give him that Wahlburger, if you know what I mean.
And you think I do.
Exactly. They start saying the Lord's Prayer because only Jesus sauce will get them to back off. Because, basically whenever the Dagon, they started following that, then the old religion got banned by the Dagons, the Dagonites. Oh shit, they're doing it just like fucking our boy Stretch and what's his name from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
No. Whoa, oh, is he ripping his skin off? He's ripping his face off?
It looked like he cummed out of his mouth there for a second.
Yeah. He's ripping his skin off from the neck up.
I'll take his face
off. That's cool.
It's like looking in a mirror, isn't it? But not.
It's like Uncle Frank.
Oh, yeah.
Now is his voice going to change? Is he going to have a completely different actor in that skin suit and he's got an overdub voice? It's me. It's your Uncle Frank.
His voice has been changing multiple times throughout the movie. That's what's so great about it.
Yeah. Did they just take his whole body out? What the fuck's going on? Or they're just they're going to make beef jerky out of this guy.
They're going to let it dry out and fucking eat that beef jerky. Beef jerky's donk.
So I like scenes like that. You guys are setting me up like it was like there's certain types of gore that I don't like to watch. There's a way to do it. I don't know. I don't like when it could be really brutal, but it's still stemmed in a fantasy. There's this weird line that gets crossed sometime. I don't know what the difference is where it's just like, okay, this is just too much. Maybe it has to do with the cuts they do, right? And they incorporate subtly. I don't know.
Oh, the Stacy Macarina's back. Is he going to get a fucking second attempt to fuck the Stacy Macarena? Well, can he, erase the fact that song was written about him and we know the real lyrics now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Very chill. Our boy Adrian has just joined the fucking listening party, baby, on the Patreon listening parties. Very Chad.
She doesn't look as cute here. She looks more like a bird. What happened? She was more attractive when we saw her tentacles.
Hell yeah. Only fucking do some hentai shit with Macarena. I'd love it.
So what's the deal? Why were they cutting that old man dude? It's like what's going on? What's their MO? What's their end game? These fish people.
They fucking basically he's too much of a Chad, and he stole like all the dank shit and fucking all the Jesus.
They want to look human. Is that what it is? So this is all costumes and shit. Like they're wearing people's skin to hide their real forms.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They want to wear his face. They take his face off. Oh, did you hear the recent news that they're in talks with our boys to be in Face Off 2 to reprise their role?
Oh my gosh, man.
Oh, I'm gonna come.
Dude, both those guys. Yeah, but are they actually going to give it the budget that it would deserve? Or are we going to take...
See, yeah.
Because Nicolas Cage and... John Travolta and Nicolas Cage are both like C-list now, and they make fucking budget titles straight to DVD. Are they just going to take that particular place in stardom and translate it to a cheap-ass movie? Or are they going to actually give them a shot and we're going to do a big-budget movie again and put these guys...
See, if I was them, I'd be like, the script has to be good and worth a damn and not just a cheap cash grab for me to do it. Like,
but how are they going to do it? Castor Troy's fucked and dead.
He's all fucked and dead, and I think I'm going to be sick, and it's your fault.
Yeah, but no, how does that even work? I mean, I get it. The movie is totally surreal. I mean, we don't need to get logical about that fucking movie. They can bring people back.
Castor Troy has a fucking a brother that we never knew about. Castration Troy. He's the fucking he's the Omega.
Do you think they're gonna explain how Nicolas Cage got fatter than John Travolta?
Fucking, the one of them's gonna have to either get bulk up or get skinny.
Well, like you said, it'll make more sense now. It'll be more believable when they swap faces, when they have similar bodies now.
Mm-hmm. Very Chad. Still can't fix that ridiculous ass chin though on our boy. Isn't it funny? Like even if they swap faces, that chin, like it's not the face that makes the chin do that. It's his fucking like his bone structure is whatever, isn't it? So like, why? Well, one of them wouldn't have had that. Why am I thinking about this though?
I don't know. Don't try and make
exactly
stuff connect with that movie.
It's a Chad movie, though. We should do it sometime.
No, I'm surprised we haven't. We got to do it.
I was kind of cringing at like these cuts, like how he's like cutting into him.
Yeah, we have to do Todd loves the movie Broken Arrow, which I think is also John Woo, right? And I've never seen that.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of want to do like a double feature. We should do both those movies sometime.
My boy the goat said Hard Boiled is one of his favorites too.
Oh, Hard Boiled's great. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Quentin Tarantino kind of owes his career to Hard Boiled.
He owes his career to a lot of movies.
Well, I mean, in the sense that that's how he got noticed. He made a short film that was, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. My memory's fuzzy. Didn't he basically make a short film that was kind of like an American remake of Hard Boiled or something, or heavily influenced by Hard Boiled? And he got that short film picked up at Cannes, and that's where he got connected. And, then Reservoir Dogs came out of that,
Oh, yeah. I remember hearing that Reservoir Dogs is a remake of like some kind of Chinese movie.
Yeah, probably.
And, the only difference he made was like he told it out of order or something.
I like Reservoir Dogs. I don't love Reservoir Dogs, but I don't find it offensive because it feels like a first movie. It feels like a first movie of a director that went on to do a lot of good movies. It feels like that proto, right, stage. But how do you feel? Some people think Reservoir Dogs is the best out of his movies, and I don't know. I don't feel that way.
I remember watching it and thinking like, hey, yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it's okay movie, but yeah, and he went on to do some of that stuff in Reservoir Dogs better. Like in Pulp Fiction. Mm-hmm. It's just like, okay, well, he did all this stuff and he did it more effectively here. But like I said, it's not offensive.
Remember when they just out of nowhere made a PlayStation 2 game out of Reservoir Dogs?
They did?
They did, yeah.
I don't remember that. I remember they made the Godfather game.
Yeah, they kind of hit a point where they were like, let's just make video games, because like I think it was Warriors did really big, and they were like, fucking, let's just bring back movie games. And the Warriors was kind of like a prequel / game version of the first movie.
And I'm not against that whole trend they were trying to pull. I never played any of those games though, but I'd be into it. If it was a movie I really liked, I would have did it. I wish they would do something like that with the Alien franchise or something, or some other movies I really like. Right? I mean, I know they just announced an Alien game that's like a multiplayer shoot 'em up, but yeah, it looks cool and all, but I don't really. How hard is it to give me? an action game that's third person, but they don't even have to get a new story together. Like, give me a game like that. Like in the current hardware that we have, current software, just give me a game where we go through the first Alien movie. That'd be fucking cool. Or the second Alien movie. That'd be even cooler. Like this new game looks like Aliens. Great. Why don't I get there's probably money involved and likeness rights and shit like that, but wouldn't it be cool if they just made Aliens the game on a PS5 and you had Bill Paxton's likeness and you can't get him to do the voice because he's RIP and you have like Sigourney Weaver and Michael Biehn? That'd be fucking awesome.
They need to get some of the veteran like horror video game guys to make these games too, like licensed games.
They can be involved with the writing. Why not?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
look, they look like leather faces. And all they want to do is look normal. They just want to look like people. Fucking the biggest fucking sin is wanting to look the same, baby. It says a lot about our society, really. We treat people so bad because we see them as a freak, but fucking
yeah.
They just want to look like us.
What is that? Their natural skin, or are they wearing skin over their faces because it looks like masks?
Yeah, they're wearing masks. Baby.
Okay. Do we ever get to see their faces? Do they look like Dagon? Are we going to see Dagon at the end, and they look like Dagon?
We are gonna see basically. I don't know if it's supposed to be Dagon in the movie, Dagon, whatever, or if it's just like the wrong god responds to their sacrifice. Because yeah, they're trying to sacrifice her to the Dagon, baby. And fucking somebody that we know of shows up. It is Dagon, Zach. Okay.
Somebody that we know of shows up, like as an actor?
Oh yeah, no, it's a fucking
big CGI creature. I mean,
we're talking about H.P. Lovecraft here. So think about it.
Oh, it's gonna be like Cthulhu?
Yeah. That's what it looked like to me, anyway. Unless I'm.
I mean, Cthulhu comes from the water.
Exactly.
Like emerges from the sea. Wow. I wonder if it. We'll see. Is this it?
There's a point in the movie too where one of the characters mentions Cthulhu.
Is it Cthulhu or Cthulhu?
I don't know. I've heard most people say Cthulhu.
I've heard most people say Cthulhu, but I've heard both, and it's just like I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna see that Chad. He's got a fucking Chad ass jawline on Cthulhu. You can see it if you ignore the octopi tentacles. Yeah, she got a nice bod.
Yeah, she
Very
does.
nice bod. I want your bod. Remember those commercials?
Yeah, I want your bod. That's what
I want your bod.
I want your bod.
They knew how to sell shit to fucking kids in middle school. Like, oh yeah, I just got to get this spray, and all the chicks will tell me they want my bod. Hell yes. Very Chad.
I worked for this sous chef one time. His name was Billy, and he was very, very big. He's very much like a bear. He's very flamboyantly gay, and he kind of looked like Dr. Robotnik. Really, just kind of a really an odd looking dude. And he was very open about his love for bod, and he would wear bod. So the only person I ever met in my life that wore bod was this guy. So that's what I think of. I'm like,
Oh yeah. I used to always get the Axe body spray.
Yeah.
My favorite was Phoenix. I love the Phoenix.
But what is it about Axe though, and those bods and stuff? They pretty much the smell is gone.
They're lying to us.
The smell is gone as soon as you spray it on you. Like the smell doesn't linger.
I remember the first time I got the Axe, I was like, oh yeah, all the chicks, they gotta fuck me now. So I hit on this chick, and like my thing to do is like, it still is. It's always to do like the fucking just really stupid, like obvious pickup lines and hope they know that I'm doing it ironically, even though they probably don't. So I was like, hey Bubba, Daddy'll like. And she goes, Daddy don't like. And I was like, fuck, they lied to me. They lied to me. Axe, why you do that?
But the thing is people know what Axe, I know what Axe smells like. If someone's wearing Axe, I know it's Axe. And it's not like it smells offensive or anything, but don't you think a girl knows what Axe smells like? And don't you think that'd be an instant turnoff that somebody's wearing like $5 body spray, $2 body spray? I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about the wrong kind of women you should be seeking.
You know what's funny is I spent like 30 years of my life not knowing what the fuck aftershaves was used for. Like I thought, oh yeah, that's just something to add to make you smell good. I didn't realize till like just last year that it's like, oh no, you put it on after you shave and it makes your face not fucking sting because of the razor burn and shit.
Irritated. Yeah.
I didn't know that. It's weird how we tell kids stuff, but we never really think to like really explain it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, aftershaves. Smells good.
It's not Home Alone's job to explain it. You know, they just made a gag.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. She's covered in goo. She looks hot covered in black jism. She looks hot covered in chocolate, if you ask me.
But you know how like there's some fragrances. Oh, here it is.
There he is. The fucking Chad Cthulhu. The fucking virgin versus the Chad Cthulhu. They stole the did her. Just took it. Fuck yeah. We thought like, oh, it's gonna be okay. He's gonna save her. And then fucking our boy Cthulhu comes up and steals her. And leaves the hands behind. Very Chad.
Why are the hands still holding on though? They should let it go,
Why
man.
not?
It's over.
Maybe we don't know how it works. Maybe you fucking pull a body away, the tendons start tightening. We don't know uncontrollably.
I feel like rigor mortis doesn't set in quite that quick, and I think the hands would fall off.
Fucking
You know what I mean? If rigor mortis set in, I think they would hold.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we find out too that this Macarena chick is actually I'll save it because he hasn't found out yet. But yeah, you were right. There is kind of a twist ending. And it's very Chad, basically. But yeah, like I was saying, like the daddy like and daddy don't like, that's a total Stacy move. Like that chick was a Stacy and I really blew it.
Oh.
That was a very Stacy thing.
So he's getting it? He doesn't get out of this alive? Look at him.
His face. Who the fuck do you take that skin off the face of? That's a fucking ugly motherfucker. Is that the Elephant Man or something?
I wish I almost made a reference to the movie Skinner, but you haven't seen that yet with Ted Raimi. The one that Todd and I did a feature on.
Fucking the prequel, Leonard, is good too.
Okay. You should watch Skinner, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Just because, like I said, just because this 10, 15 minute scene in the middle that makes the whole movie. Like, what the fuck is going on?
We're watching Dagon from 2001, Adrian. Another fucking Patreon, fucking, what's it called?
Patreon choice. This is our Patreon select month.
Patreon choice. I wasn't thinking the word choice, but like basically that works too.
That's cool. Patron's choice. It's like Sam's choice, right? It's like Walmart brand. We are the off brand of podcasts. Patron's choice.
Oh yes. Sam's choice. What the hell is that? Like, Great Value is the fucking off brand of Walmart, ain't it?
Yeah. Oh,
That looks like Donald Trump Jr. right there.
maybe I'm thinking of Sam's Club.
Exactly.
There's the Sam's choice though. I'm not stupid. I think maybe it's at Sam's Club. Sam's choice.
My cousin worked. My cousin, I was going to bring him up earlier. He's never seen.
Oh wait, so this is the god. This is Dagon.
Oh, is it? Well, I think he's just.
I don't know, but this looks like the Cthulhu guy. I don't know. I'm wondering. This
Yeah.
is like the reveal. I thought.
They just look like him because
Yeah, because. Okay, no, that's not Dagon. That's what we're being told.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up my cousin. He's never seen The Wizard of Oz, and like we're like, why? Like, watch it. And he's like, no, I have no. I'm fine going to my death, never seeing it. Fucking why? It's good though.
Yeah, it's just one of those movies. And it's like I said, I can understand. I've still not watched Gone with the Wind, but I have an excuse. The movie's like 4 hours long. I'll get to it eventually. But Wizard of Oz is like 75 minutes. It's so short.
Exactly.
Just watch it.
Exactly. But I was gonna say something about my cousin. I forgot what it was because I thought of that. Fuck.
You fucked him?
I should have.
There's still time, baby.
I should have.
Is he turning into a fish?
So basically, this is where she reveals that fucking all those visions he's been having.
He's one of them?
Is because he's one of them. That's actually his sister. And they almost fucked. They should have.
They were calling him home, basically.
Exactly. It's his destiny.
Reminds me of that Are You Afraid of the Dark episode with the Tale of the 13th Floor, whatever it was called, right? Where there was like the aliens on the 13th floor in the spaceship, and the brother and sister were going up there, and it turns out like the sister was one of them all along, or maybe it was the brother, I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
That's basically all it is.
If I remember right, they're the son and daughter of Dagon.
Oh, are they?
Oh yeah. So basically, it's his job to die for everybody's sins on a hunk of wood, and then like we can all get into the fucking under. Oh, that's good CG.
But but if this is who he was and what did they explain why he was separated from him and why he doesn't look like a fish and why he looks like a human? I'm confused. And if he was biologically one of these fish creatures, wouldn't he find all these weird fish people attractive and not like grotesque, like just by nature?
Look at his nasty ass mangled skin on his stomach. Fucking I was eating salad while I was watching this, and I was like, "That looks like my salad. It looks. I don't want to eat this.
Looks
salad."
looks like a Cannibal Corpse cover.
Exactly. Very Chad. Okay, look, fucking.
Is he gonna fuck his sister now?
Your sister comes in, gives you that look. You know it's time to fuck. You know it's time to fuck your sister right there. Get up in them fucking fish guts. Fucking, he's the guy from Tool now.
Plumke's saying the old gods are basically incestual hillbilly demons, so they're British, is what you're saying.
Oh yes. Or fucking or like they live in like North Virginia, something, South Virginia, whatever. The dang shit.
Plumke's like, hey, Adrian didn't like the movie. Sorry, man. He's eating nachos. No, I think it's one of those things where when people pop in when the movie's over, they're like, oh, I'll listen to it when it goes live for, when they're not here from the beginning.
Oh yeah.
That's the way I would be. Okay.
He did, he popped off and then came back.
We shall dive down through the black abysses, and in that lair of the deep ones we shall dwell amidst wonder and glory forever. H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh yeah.
This film was dedicated to the memory of Francisco Rabal, a wonderful actor and even better human being. How sweet. How touching. Ted.
Very Chad. See, fucking our boy, what's his name, who killed the kids on the set of the Twilight Zone movie, he didn't fucking dedicate anything to those kids or that guy. The fucking moron.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot.
Beta. The least you could do.
Yeah, maybe it was too soon. I don't know. I'm going to pull up some comments, read a couple things. Yeah, Plemke, if you, is there anything, throw us some questions, bro. So, the guy was the hobo dude who got flayed. Oh, the hobo dude who got flayed? That's who the memoriam was for? Cool. Yeah, I kind of thought that might be him.
I guess that was probably him because I noticed, like I said, that his voice changed throughout the movie. So I was like, oh, maybe that's the guy whose voice changed because that's probably why they had to get a different guy to overdub.
Maybe he died to do before he could do the overdubs. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Very fucking donk time. Donk fucking choice, baby.
No, it's cool.
Lemke.
So, yeah, it was a really good choice. What else we got next? What's the next 2 weeks? I can't remember.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up, baby. But I know a great film is coming up, Midsummer.
Ugh.
We'll probably do that one on the last week.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we should just let this run for 2 months, baby.
Yeah, maybe we could, because it is fun. I kind of like it, and it sort of takes some of the pressure off us because, it's like sometimes people like being told, right? So I remember Barack Obama saying that he only has one type of suit because it's one less thing that has to occupy his brain on shit he had to do. And so when you remove choice and option, it just makes it so much better.
Which is exactly why we should live in a fucking, a terrible, fucking utopia where they make all we have no choice. See, that's a good point. I'm going to run on that platform someday.
All right. No, but it's fun being told movies to watch, especially ones that we haven't seen and stuff like this. And I had fun watching Willy's Wonderland in prep for the one last week. I didn't get a chance to watch this one in prep, but I'll be better about it. It just was a rough week. But I think the other two that we're doing this month I have seen. I can't remember the third one, but anyway, so I guess we'll just kind of go through the closing out. Basically, it's been fun. Oh, yeah. We're going to continue forward with this going into week 3 and 4, and I guess we're going into month 2 according to Zach. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm going to reiterate. If you're on YouTube and you dug us, please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you know when our shit gets uploaded. I mean, our shit is going to be up for everybody on Wednesdays, right? That's pretty much like clockwork. Exploited Cinema goes up every other Tuesday. I mean, we have a schedule, but I think the bell is really good for us going live. That's probably the best. We'll try to always let you guys know when we're going to go live. We're trying to do that on a weekly basis. We've been pretty good about it. But
we always put announcements in our fucking Discord too.
Yeah, for sure. So you guys can join our public Discord. That's for everybody. We have some good cronies in there that we just sort of chat with all day long. It's a lot of fun. And we also have a Patreon if you guys want to support us anymore for literally for the cost of a couple bucks a month. Check the links to support us. You can get early access to the content, usually about 3 days early for all the shows. You have a private Discord as well where you can listen to us when we do these types of podcasts like now, and contribute and listen to it as we're doing it, which is really cool. As well as get exclusive content that nobody else is getting. Riverman throws up a bunch of pickup videos. Zach, oh fuck, we got to record more Ash vs. Evil Dead. Zach and I are doing the entire Ash vs. Evil Dead series. So I think how many episodes deep were we?
We are on the 4th episode, I think.
Okay, so maybe tomorrow if we got nothing going on, maybe we can knock one out or something. I don't know, but we'll always keep you guys in.
Ready
but yeah, so and you guys will always get the alert when we're going live to do that stuff for patrons to join us. But yeah, so we're doing the entire Ash vs. Evil Dead, and that's on Patreon. And
I was thinking too, I might add another little like video chat part to the premium channel for Patreons. I might like stream some of the editing process sometime too. That'd be donk.
No, that would be cool. That would be cool. And I still want to know. I guess we have to just do more research with it, but I want to know what it would take and if it's doable. I mean, everybody's doing it, so it's obviously doable. But if you guys would like it, should we go all video? You know what I mean? Should we have should we go our podcast all video? And part of me is curious just to see if that would help us out in the algorithms and if that would also help us out monetarily. But people want it. I don't necessarily understand it myself, but people like it. I'm listening to tons of podcasts, especially since 2020 happened. A lot of podcasts I listen to are sort of bending, and they'll be like, look, for some reason you guys all want video. I don't know why you want to see our ugly faces or whatever, but we're now on YouTube and we're video. People want it. I don't know. So I'd be down for doing it if you guys would be interested in that. But anyway, other than that, Patreon, regular support's great, whether that's YouTube or on all the podcast services as well. Make sure you guys are giving us feedback over there. All that stuff is going to be huge. Whether you're liking the videos or leaving us 5-star ratings, that stuff brings our presence up, boosts us in the algorithm, and we're going to gain exposure to more people who might like our show. So we want the family to grow. And also we have a Teespring. So you guys want to wear some swag at the same time as supporting us, go pick up a shirt. We always get a nice healthy profit from those that support the channel directly as well. So, but that's, no, we definitely got to keep the numbers going up. I don't know. I want to hit that 10K, man. That's what I want. But anyway, that's all I got. Zach, you want to talk about Mac and Zach or anything you got promoting coming up? You just said you were doing Mac. What are you guys doing for Mac and Zach, the one you just finished? Had to redo.
We did Critters Tree. Fucking a great film. Fucking exactly. Leonardo DiCaprio. Little Bitch came out kind of recently and finally acknowledged that he was in the movie, but then not before shitting on it as the worst movie ever made. Fuck him. What a beta cock.
Yeah, he hasn't seen very many movies then.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If that's the worst movie. I think we watch worst movies every week on this show. Exactly. But no, that'd be cool. That might be a good idea for Exploitation Month for us sometime. Like horror movies that had future famous stars in them that now denounce them.
Exactly. I'm thinking for the Patreon episode of the Mac and Zach, we're going to do the international cut of Three Ninjas.
Oh, that's cool. And that's something we didn't bring up with the Patreon. So typically there's an exclusive Mac and Zach episode that goes up as well. Usually I think you guys are trying. I think you guys just took a little bit of a sabbatical the last month, but typically every month you're going to have a bonus Mac and Zach. Mm-hmm. There really is a lot of value on the Patreon, man. I mean, so, and let us know if anybody's on there or if you're not on there or you're thinking about getting on there and there's anything you would want as an incentive or you think would be cool. Let us know. I mean, we're just kind of developing this as we go, learning what works and what doesn't work. But we want your feedback. If there's certain things you think would be cool to add to it, let us know. We'll see if it's doable. We want to be able to keep the content going too.
And if you get on there, let us know what your Discord name is so we can make you a Patreon in there and you can see all the extra stuff, Bob.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's all we got for now. We'll see you guys next week with whatever movie we're doing that's not Midsummer. But yeah, I'm down with the idea. We'll keep this going for month 2. So I know a lot of you guys have put in multiple choices, but feel free to give us more suggestions on the Patreon in that same. Maybe we'll put out another comment or whatever for you guys to add to it. But keep the list coming, you know. So, all right, guys, we'll chat with you later. Bye, puppets. It's been real.
End of the week at the Revival House. Next month's theme, you gotta figure it out. Italian zombies or Pauly Shore, a slasher with a knife and the girl next door, and one second in, get it all queued up and ready, hit play in 3, 2, 1. Bye bye puppets, Zach Pete and a solo cut band. Couldn't miss Cameron's love and Josh and Scott failed and Riverman's babe. Bye bye puppets. Sounds good, like this country used to.